everyone. Welcome to tonight's production by Will of the Dice. We're doing a one-shot in my homebrew world of Opira, sending this band of unfortunate souls off to something. I'm Ren Matley, and I'm going to be your DM tonight. Before we get started, let's do announcements. Locke.
Hi gamers, I'm Locke Clark, and I'm here to talk to you about our partners in this endeavor, Level Up Dice, fine purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And tonight, I'm just going to send you to the website, because one, I worked all weekend at the Georgia Rent Fair, and I have not had time to go and look to see if they have anything new. Two, you need to go and explore. Go look at the site, check things out, find dice that you like. Check out the new releases page. Check out the stone dice. Check out the metal dice. Find the ones that are right for you. Also, find the ones that are right for a friend. Buy some for you, buy some for them, buy some for everybody. Everyone needs more dice. To do that, though, you're going to go through our portal because it makes us look good and you want us to look good. That portal is https://bit.ly/capital L, capital U, capital D, capital Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice. Also, we would like to thank the musician who made our theme song, and that's our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Pants!
Thanks, Pants.
All right, and Alice.
Hi, everybody. We at Will of the Dice do not condone the use of nicotine products such as vaping, cigarettes, and cigars. Nicotine is an addictive substance, and we want all of you out there to be happy and healthy. Though some of us may be users of such products, we do not encourage their use. If you already do use and are looking to quit or are trying to quit, there are resources out there, and we encourage and support you in that endeavor.
Thank you, Alice. All right, let's get introductions out of the way.
Hey everyone, I'm John, and tonight I'm playing Sven Windriver, a totally normal human ranger who is totally normal human on vacation. Yes.
Where can I find you, John?
Oh, all over the internet at that_film_guy.
Hey, everybody, I'm Tier the player, only Tier the DM. Tonight I am playing Leon Bell, the Black Tabaxi Rogue, who is traveling as Lord Leon Belton. Uh, he's in disguise. You can find me on what's it called? Twitter. Yeah, I'm exhausted. At tier, that's TYR_the_DM.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, still. And tonight I am playing, once again, Jack Platinum, the absolutely, totally normal, human-ish person of possibly some elven descent. He kind of looks at me. You can't really tell with Jack, but he's here after having successfully escaped from the law on the last job, and is taking a well-needed rest. Doctor's orders. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, and tonight I am playing Delandra or Tim. She is a Kalasar transient worker that heard about this castle. That if you go work there for a week, they'll let you stay there for a week for free, and she's really into that. So that's what she's doing, and she's not really very loud, I guess you could say. Anyway. You can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Alice, and tonight I will be playing Clarice. For people who only listen, I did just do finger quotes when saying her name. She is a actually normal human bard of noble descent, going by her stage name, which is a mononym, and she's just having a good time spending her daddy's money because fuck it. And you can find me on Twitter at Captain Cupcake.
And once again, I am Ren Matley. I'll be your DM for this evening here in my homebrew world of Opira. And you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley. As is standard practice for any of Tier's games, porcelain is the safe word for tonight. And does anybody have any questions before we start?
in the face?
Not the hair question mark?
Not in my pretty, pretty face.
Hey,
It
internet.
Going to the
hurts.
love temple tonight or something?
Make it hurt, Drill Sergeant.
All right. So without further ado, I guess let's get started. The Isle of Flos is a lush tropical paradise. Once the winter hideaway of a very selfish monarch, it is now the favored vacation spot enjoyed by all who wish to visit. The island is also well known for the large variety of very large, extravagant flowers that it produces, including some that are believed to hold magical properties. The resort on the isle was once the castle, now converted into lavish lodgings. Those who cannot afford to stay in the castle proper can get a room out in one of the or get a bed in one of the bunkhouses, or even trade a week's worth of work to be able to stay for a week. We find our party. I can't talk tonight. I'm so sorry, y'all. We find our party boarding the ship leaving from the city of Corvana on the southwestern coast of the main continent. So as you move from the dock up the gangplank, following the line of passengers who are getting on, you'll of course be asked for your tickets and asked about your station. If you are a noble, if you are someone who will be staying there as a worker, so that you can be directed to the proper portions of the ship. Once everybody is boarded and their things stowed, you'll be called up to the deck where the captain will address everyone. Oi, welcome aboard the Sawyer's Fancy. I'm your captain, Florence. You may call me Captain Hardheart. It is a night's journey to the island. Should be there by dawn. Any questions?
No.
No?
Seems like you gave us some pretty straightforward information there.
Is there a bar on the ship?
Which deck you staying on?
The best one?
Yep, there's a bar. For those of you
What?
staying below deck, the galley does have some provisions for you.
Where's the middle deck? Where's the upper middle class deck?
Oh, the main deck here. Yep.
Yes.
You have access to the bar.
Great.
I'm assuming that as a worker that's going to work on this resort for stay, Delandra would be like lower, like in the galley kind of area. I'm assuming.
Indeed.
Cool. She's not gonna say anything. She's just kind of standing there, arms crossed, her very plain looking old white shirt kind of beat up. You could see she's wearing like a tool belt with like a light hammer and nails on it, indicative of her trade of being just a kind of worker.
Very well. Right. As all of you settle in for the journey, does anybody have anything they want to do?
No? Pretty.
No?
I get a fruity cocktail. We're
Right,
going to a
Jackson?
beach. I get a fruity cocktail to start things off.
That's
Does it
very
got an
fair.
umbrella?
Pinky
Absolutely.
up, the whole nine.
Absolutely.
Any
Crazy straw,
rules that are
pineapple
meant to
slice.
be obeyed, I obey them. I obey all rules and laws.
Now, Jack, you are traveling with a lovely couple, Lord
Yes.
Randolph and Lady Yasmina. They are quite a wealthy couple, so you were staying, of course, in one of the finer rooms. The rest of you are traveling on your own, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So as each of you settles in for the evening, the ship will make way, everything seeming perfectly calm and peaceful until you are woken by the ship tossing about and the sound of thunder crashing overhead. Can everybody make dex checks to see if you can keep your footing?
That I can. Check or saving throw.
Saves. Alice.
15.
Sorry, Delandra.
You can say Tim if you want. That will be a 16 as well.
Jack.
17.
Leon.
Dirty 20.
And Sven.
That'll be a 15.
All right. All of you are able to keep your footing or keep from being thrown from the beds anyway, as the ship begins to toss. Bells
9
begin to ring.
hells.
Bells will begin to ring as you can hear the crew scrambling up above or below, depending on where you are on the ship.
Tim will definitely kind of go try to find somebody who's scrambling, stop them physically, look them dead in the eyes, and then in their mind, while she moves her mouth, they will hear her ask, "What's going on? Is everything all right?"
From what I hear, the lookout fell asleep. We got too close to the rocks.
Oh hell. Looking, still holding on to this person, looking them dead in the eyes because she doesn't talk out loud. She speaks telepathically. She'll ask him if there's anything she can do, or if she should just stay in her cabin away from everything.
You know how to work a sail?
He says, "No, but you can teach me." And she just lets him lead her up there. She doesn't like sitting still, so she's going to put herself to work to help out.
All right. As anybody who's arriving on the decks will see, the crew is absolutely scrambling to try to turn the ship round. And then the crashing noise will come. The sound of breaking boards and scraping and rushing water as the ship runs aground on the rocks on the eastern side of on the western, eastern, sorry, I said it right the first time, on the eastern side of the island.
Clarice is gunning for a lifeboat.
Clarice is running for the lifeboats. What's Tim doing?
Tim is being on the deck, seeing the rocks. Probably before that moment, she'll probably realize, this sucks. She's gonna run back, go grab her bag of holding, throw her breastplate on, like haphazardly grab all of her stuff, and look to find someone to help her into some sort of like boat area. She's very new to all of this traveling on a ship thing. She's walked a lot of her life, but yeah.
What's Jack doing?
Um, uh, uh, Jack, I imagine, was doing something rather athletic with his two companions, and when things started, and was once the commotion started, they probably started getting dressed, and now hearing the crash, he is informing them that, oh, geez, that sounds like it's time to go, doesn't it? Then, and he's going to call his unseen servant, um, and have the unseen servant help pick up his companion's luggage, and he's going to start leading them to go and find passage off of this what he believes now sinking boat.
What's Leon going to do?
Leon, having gone to the deck and seen this commotion, deathly afraid of water, will curse under his breath and make way for a lifeboat, using his walking stick to subdue any that would try to get past him.
Fair enough. And what's Sven going to do?
Sven, being on the main deck, kind of sees the commotion, and he may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he also knows how to get a job done and follows suit to a lifeboat.
As luck will have it, all of you will find yourselves piled into the same lifeboat. As you are dropped down into the water, the cold spray hitting you, almost reassuring you that this is not a dream. they will start paddling, trying to make for shore. There is screaming, there is the sound of rushing water, and it is just absolute chaos. But before long, you will find yourselves on the beach. The shores on this side of the island, sandy, just like the other side, despite the rocky approach. As dawn is breaking, you can see boards and bits and personal items washing up. Not everyone seems to have arrived at the same point, and you'll find yourselves on your own.
Well, that's one way to get to an island.
They
That
were on the
certainly
wrong
wasn't the wake-up
side.
call I had asked for.
Well, this is bloody well unacceptable, isn't it? This is
Him
supposed to
just
be 5 stars.
him
Not a
just nods
cabana
his
in
head.
sight.
Him just nods
Uh,
his head as everyone's talking. Doesn't say anything.
Sven,
Just nods.
Sven will take his crossbow bolt and draw 5 stars in the sand and be like, "There's your 5 stars."
That's not what I meant. Did Randolph and Yasmin make it in the lifeboat with us, or are they in a separate lifeboat?
Nope, they came with you.
Okay.
And the one crewman who was rowing you,
Oh, Tim would help to row at least one. She works hard, bro. She's the one. She's not gonna let him do it by himself.
fair enough. He will fumble in his little pouch, fumbling around, feeling for his pockets. I swore I had a map. Um, go around digging the boat. Oh, here it is. It's a little wet. I have a map. Um, if we're on the rocks, we're on the east side. Um, the castle's on the west side of the island. Um, how's everybody feel about a walk in the jungle?
Would it
Tim
be
just gives you a
smarter
thumbs
for
up.
us to just get back in the rowboat and go around to the other side?
He'll look tentatively at the rocks that you all just had to navigate to get to the shore. I don't know.
Are any of you proficient in water vehicles? Because I am not. And so I will not be able to help us navigate those rocky shores.
Do these hounds look like they know how to work anything besides an instrument?
Exactly.
Oh, well, it seems we ought to be companions on this sojourn across the island. Allow me to introduce myself. Doubtlessly heard of me. I am Lord Leon Belton, High Lord of, well, it doesn't matter. A pleasure to make all of your acquaintances, I'm sure.
The lady standing with Jack. Oh, Lord Beltington, I'm certain I've heard of you. I'm Lady Yasmina.
Pleasure, my lady.
The lord with her will just nod.
You see, in your Sven, and you'll see undercut blue hair tied back into like a little man bun, hand crossbows at the side, and you kind of catch a glimpse of like a small badge. Don't have the airs and titles of you folk, but been known to make myself useful, and am willing to do what it takes to stay alive.
Clarice is gonna look at the other two before introducing herself.
Him will just cross her arms. Her. Is it like it's nighttime now?
It's
Right?
morning now. It's morning now.
Morning. Oh, well, her skin looks is alabaster and its tone. Her long, it's like shoulder length hair up in a ponytail. She'll just cross her arms and nod her head and mouth. Everyone will hear in their respective common languages or whatever in their heads. Tim, as she moves her mouth, but no words come out. She just says, "Tim."
Hi, and yeah, you can call me Jack. I'm with these two, the Lord and Lady.
You can call me Clarice. You might have heard of me. It's a mononym. Rather famous bard, after all.
Would Leon have heard of Clarice?
I think there's a good chance at least some of you would have heard of Clarice. Lord and Lady certainly would have. Good chance Leon would have. He's traveled quite a bit.
You want to roll for it, or
Sure. She's well
what would you
known,
like me to
so
roll?
go ahead and roll a history, DC 12, because she is very well known.
Can I choose to fail, as Tim would have just, as a worker, wouldn't have gone to anything fancy, has just been like, work, let's live a little bit, work some more.
That's fair. Sorry
So,
for the face. The dog came in and licked the cat on the head, and she decided to sink her claws into me because it startled her. Sorry.
Babies.
That is 17.
You've definitely heard of Clarice.
Interesting. I've seen you before. Your performance is quite noteworthy.
Why, thank you. You and the noble couple also might notice a family resemblance to another noble family. So you might be able to tell that Clarice is not her real name.
Fair enough. Likely Lady Yasmina is going to fangirl you a little bit. She's quite into the arts.
Tim will just look over at Jack and be like, where is an eyebrow? Not say anything, because I don't think you didn't introduce yourself yet, right?
I said Jack. I introduced
Oh.
myself. I said I was Jack, and I said I was with the Lord and Lady.
That's what she'll raise her eyebrows with, being with the Lord and Lady. She's never met anybody that's. She thinks you're a triad. She just accepts that you're a triad, but she's never met anybody like that, so. Okay.
Jack is a unicorn.
Damn right I am. I look at the crewman. What's your name, lad?
William. You
All
just call
right.
me Will.
Okay, now, Will. So, tell me. Sure, you don't know how far a walk is it from here to there?
Well, on the map it looks like there's a couple of paths, and one is a little shorter than the other, but it's kind of smeared. I can't tell what's written on it.
May I?
Sure. He'll hand you the map. It is a little damp.
I'm gonna prestidigitate it dry.
All right. Does
Now,
prestidigitation fix ink that's been smeared by water, or just remove the water? 'Cause I don't think it restores it. I think it just dries it.
I think you're right. Let me helps
Can
if I'm
Tim,
on
like,
spells.
watch you over your shoulder?
Clarice is also gonna just look over the shoulder of Jack because, I mean, she's had to read some awful handwriting as a bard. Maybe she can decipher what got smeared.
Leon will be taking off his boots and hose, hiking his pants legs up, securing them, digging his toes into the sand as he prepares to go native.
Actually, I think
Yes.
mending might be better than prestidigitation for this. Mending says mostly it talks about repairing a rip or tear or something broken, but the last line says when you mend it, you leave no trace of former damage.
Right, but that's for rips or tears.
Okay. So prestidigitation just says that it can clean or dry. So it just dries it.
All right. So the map dried. You can see the ink is all runny where somebody had written on it, and the ink is runny and blurred. Uh, the map is still readable, but the words that were written there are are very hard to make out now. They're basically blobby. You know how when you get paper wet and the ink
Right,
runs?
right. Yeah.
I'd like to try anyway.
All right, give it a
What do
whirl.
I need to roll?
Let's call this an investigation.
Might I also do my own separate one?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cool.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
I
What
have
is my investigation?
that the
25.
linguist thing. So
You say 25?
Yes.
It's not
21.
and 21, all right. It's not 100% clear, but you think that it says something about danger on there?
If I were the betting sword, I'd say that says that the shorter path is dangerous.
Telepathically to Will, Tim will just look at him and ask, is one of those two paths, have you been here a lot?
It's my first trip.
She'll just smile and nod. And then,
Not all.
looking, because she can communicate telepathically to anybody within 120 feet, everyone will hear, and she'll move her mouth and say, one's more dangerous, the other's a little bit longer. What do we want?
Well,
Well,
I'm here for a vacation or a workcation, so I might as well relax and not have to be stressed about dying. So let's go the long way about. Take it the scenic route.
And we'll perk up a little bit when you say that you're on a work vacation.
A workation.
Dude, looking at you again telepathically, her mouth moves. I too am also here for a workation, so I'm with you. She raises her hand and vote for the long route.
It's not the long route, it's the scenic route.
Clarice will also raise her hand because she on vacation.
What do you say, loves? Shall we take the long stroll?
I don't mind a slightly longer walk if it means I don't get, you know, tangled up in anything.
Oh, I've got things for you to get tangled in later, but yeah, perhaps once we're behind walls.
Oh, Jack.
And then I turned to Randolph. Don't think that you're getting out of getting tangled either.
Oh, counting on it.
All
I'm
right,
sorry, that face you made, Alice, that was just too good.
the long
Th-
path it is then.
To be fair, those are the faces Clarice is making right now, hearing this conversation. She's not gonna vocally judge, but you can't stop her brain.
All right, so it sounds like we're taking the long way around. Does everybody have their things?
Yeah, can how much luggage did the Lord and the Lady bring that we got onto the
They had a ridiculous amount. I'd say you probably got one or two of their bags on the lifeboat. There wasn't much room.
um
Clarice probably only has one of her bags as well, because she would have packed a stupid amount of stuff.
Fair.
so Jack will pick up one of their pieces of luggage. All right, I guess we're walking then.
It looks like um well, uh
Might I make a suggestion?
yes.
Leon will look to Sven. You seem the type to know your way around the rugged exterior of the land. Would you care to take point?
I mean, if you would, if no one, I guess it's. Has anybody been on the island before, or is this all of our first trip? I didn't know if some of our lords and ladies have frequented. Then yes, I hand me the map and I will do my best, but we'll take the long way. The scenic route. We'll follow the water, and as long as the water's in eyesight, we'll eventually make it around.
And we'll look over at you. You'll hear in your head, I'll walk next to you. And if you're cool with it, you'll feel a tingle, a twangle, a little connection.
What do I feel?
And now you and I can speak, and you'll hear this, and she'll say, since you're going to be leading, you'll probably need to be able to talk to me without needing to move your mouth, which is boring anyway. So here, and you'll feel a little twinkle, and now you and I can talk to each other telepathically for an hour.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Don't get too cozy in here.
This is weird.
Again, we're not saying anything, so we're just looking at each
Yeah.
other, making weird faces. It's like,
Just
don't get
being
too cozy.
completely awkward.
Don't get too cozy in here. I try not to let others know that I can do this. Hence the usually, and then you'll hear, and everyone else will hear, and her mouth will move. Let's get moving.
Yep. So yeah, Sven will take point.
Leon will take the rear.
Clarice in the middle. Keep the squishies in the middle.
I'll be in the middle. I'll also I snap my fingers and I don't remember what I named him last time. My flying monkey appears. And I'm gonna have him fly a bit ahead of us and scout and let me know what he sees.
All right. Go ahead and roll a perception, because he's just taking a general look at things. Go ahead and roll a perception for him.
That's wisdom based, yes?
Yes.
12.
Coming back, he will report that the foliage is thick and it is hard to see from the air, but that he can definitely see the path that wanders through the forest or through the jungle.
All right, the path's that way. Let's go.
Leon will be walking with one arm behind his back as if he's trying to maintain proper poise with his hand on his secret pouch holding the pommel of his blade.
All right. So at first, the journey is quite average. The sand is soft. The trees provide shade so that the heat of the sun is much less intense. It is very warm here on this tropical island. And making your way down the path, you will soon come across some very large downed trees, most likely from the storm that ended up blowing your ship into the rocks. How does everyone want to try and handle this?
About how big are these trees?
They are very large trees, so on their side, they will be taller than some of you. They are very long.
See, what do I got in my bag?
Does anyone have a robe?
That's what I'm looking for.
Tim will hold up her finger. She'll kind of like turn her glaive upside down, stick it into the dirt, swig her messenger bag looking thing, flip it up. Hold in, you'll see she's wearing like a tool belt, basically holds a hand axe and a light hammer. And then around the belt, kind of like how a bandolier has bullets, it's just really long fucking nails.
You mean like these that I pull out the hammer and piton?
What? She pulls out the rope, the 50 feet of rope that was in her bag. She's like, makes the face. In your head, you'll hear, yeah, like that. Thanks. Let's get this going then. And she'll throw one end of the rope over the log, or try to, and then like piton. She'll somehow figure out how to piton and
So-
make a working climbing thing for
Yeah,
everyone.
what we can do is we can create like steps that we can climb up, and then one at the top that we can then anchor the rope to, so that people can kind of climb.
Oh.
and then-
Wait. Pardon. Do you mind? You all look rather strapping, and I'm sure that all of this that you're about to do is gonna have some effect. But would you mind if I just tried something first?
Yeah.
Put the
I don't
rope
have to
back
be
in her
stuck to me.
bag. Shake her head. Take the glaive out and step backwards.
I walk over to the tree, and what is the and I'm going to cast enlarge reduce and choose reduce and touch the tree.
All right. How small does that make it?
It's reduced to 1/8 its normal size.
All right. Yeah. That'll shrink the tree down. As the tree shrinks, you will notice the strange moss that was covering it releases a little bit of a dust. Can I have con saves from everybody? Now, I'll warn you, I did this one a little weird. It's kind of a scaled save. All right, Alice, what'd you roll?
18.
You are fine. Little sneeze, but you're otherwise all right. Tim.
That's a 9.
Tim, you are really groggy all of a sudden. Roll a d8 for me.
Yee. That result is a 6.
Thank you. Jack.
16.
You are also groggy. Roll a d8 for me. And remember what your d8 was.
Okay.
All right. What was it, Jack?
Oh, it's an 8.
8 for yours. Leon, what'd you roll on your save?
An 8.
Leon, you can't seem to help it. You fall asleep. They're on the path.
Takes a little cat nap.
He does take a little nap.
Oh,
As does Lady Yasmina. Lord Randolph passed his save. Lady Yasmina did not. And Sven,
23.
you are perfectly fine. Little sneeze, little tickle in your nose, but you're otherwise fine. So, Tim and Jack, you'll be groggy for however many minutes you rolled on your d8. And Leon is now curled up asleep in the path, as Lady Yasmina is also laid down in the dirt sleeping.
How's William?
Oh, I forgot to roll Will's. Will is all right. Sneezes a few times, but is all right. Oh, goodness. What are we going to do now?
I say we tie a rope around the cat and drag him along.
Before we start dragging him, why don't we just try to wake him up?
Telepathically, you'll hear that's a better idea than what I had.
yeah.
No, he was just gonna try and she was just gonna carry him. She was gonna pick one of them up and carry them.
Yeah, I'll try to gently nudge Leon awake.
Leon, give me a con save, see if that wakes you.
And I will try to wake Lady Yasmina.
All right.
11.
You do wake, though you are groggy. Roll a d8 for me.
2.
Okay, so you'll be groggy for 2 minutes. Lady Yasmina does not wake. She is still sleeping because she rolled a 3.
Ooh, well, suppose I could.
Tim will put her hand on your shoulder, and looking at you, you'll hear telepathically. She won't move her mouth. Do you want me to carry your? She'll point at the lady.
No, I think I can. Actually, would you mind? I hand you the luggage.
You look confused at you. And
The
then
luggage. I can't carry her and her luggage. Just take the luggage.
Or we could
but
leave.
she holds out the luggage for the lady to you again, and then looks at the husband, and telepathically, before she goes to pick him up, is it cool if I carry your lady?
I suppose it doesn't matter who carries her, so long as we don't leave her here.
As soon as she hears, I suppose, she'll scoop him up and throw her right over her shoulder.
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
She'll make a motion like, you want to take her then?
Oh, I'm sure she's had far rougher from you.
But not when she's asleep. There's a difference. Not that kind of cad.
Still offering the, if you want to carry her then. She'll shrug, kind of situate her so she's a little less thrown over like a Raggedy Ann doll and a little bit more cared for. But she's now carrying the lady and has her glaive in the other hand.
All right, so Tim, Jack, and Leon, you're still a little groggy. The others are all right. Yasmina is asleep. The tree is now an eighth of the size it was before, so it is easy to step over.
I will step over and continue our path.
All righty, forging ahead.
Onward.
Jack resists the urge to try and gather some of that moss for later.
You say you can't, or trying to?
No, I resist the
Or
urge
you resist the urge
to do it. Yes.
All right,
He thinks about it real hard, though.
fair enough.
Leon is going to try to gather some of that moss.
All right, does Leon have a container to gather it in?
Yes.
All right, I need a con save as you are messing with the moss.
18.
You're going to sneeze a couple of times, but you're otherwise all right, and you will get like about a vial full. It's a good size amount for this dust. It's almost 6 doses of it.
He will hit a button on his walking stick that opens it up, sticks the vial in there, closes it, and resumes walking with the perfect poise.
All righty. Anyone else doing anything before you move on from this spot?
Nope.
All righty. Continuing your way down the path, it is very thick coverage, very thick foliage. It's like being in shade or shadow the entire time. Hi, Tila. Sorry. Someday the kitten will learn to let me know she's in here without clawing my leg. She really will. As you approach a section of the canopy where the path does one of those splits around a single tree and then comes back together on the other side, you'll find that the vines hang thick here. The air is very humid as we are moving later into the morning. The sun is definitely beating down from above, but the shade from the canopy helps to protect you from it. It's very hot and muggy. There are mosquitoes. Yasmina will start to wake, but she is still really out of it. Those of you who were groggy are fine by now.
Have we been traveling longer than an hour?
It's probably closer to half an hour.
Cool.
At this point.
Cool. Tim will put down the lady, nod, and kind of point back over at Jack, and then she'll catch up with Sven.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what came over me.
Oh, it's all right, my dear.
Well, where are we now?
Lost.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Well, not so much lost as forsaken in this god awful place. But we have our guide to.
We're in paradise. It's not god awful. This is wonderful.
This is not the castle that I came to see.
Tell that to my unblemished skin until today.
Lord Von Tomlin will be most displeased I am late for our meeting.
In my head talk with Tim. Man, the stick up their asses are bigger than that tree we found.
Man, I am not gonna lie to you. I work hard. I work hard for a lot of things in my life. And I cannot wait for the week to pass for them to be fucking gone and I can enjoy my week after I'm done working my ass off. She'll just
Like,
fist bump into the air. Yeah, no. I agree with you. Societies function with order, and I don't know how they sit. I don't know where they sit. Where do they fit in this picture?
yeah, it's says something about having to get their hands dirty. Well, we'll see how useful they are. I have a feeling a lot of it's going to be carrying on our backs, just like the bourgeoisie usually do.
You could carry the next one. I carried the last one.
And you look at Sven, and you see that he is more of the slim, athletic build, as in fast, not strong.
And she's built kind of like Luisa from Encanto.
Yeah.
Leon would like to check around the tree for traps.
Alrighty. Though, Leon, as you mentioned Lord Von Talon, you will notice Lady Yasmina raise an eyebrow. And Clarice, you would absolutely know the name Lord Von Talon as well. You would know that he is a very, very, very influential and feared noble who sits in a providence on the eastern shore. What was your check there?
18.
There are no traps. There seems to be, the usual plant life growing around the base of the tree, vines hanging everywhere, but no traps at the base of the tree.
What does the map say?
Well, the tree doesn't. I don't think the tree is on the map, but it looks like the path just goes around it. Does anybody want to go look? I don't really want to wander that far from all of you.
As soon as Will says, "Does anyone want to go look?" Tim will sigh and turn around and start going down the right path.
Path to the right.
On the left.
All right, Leon to the left. You walk around the tree. It is a very large tree, and you'll find yourselves looking at each other on the other side, as the path does, in fact, just diverge around the tree.
Well, I don't hear any screaming, so she'll go to the left.
Oh, quite.
Yeah, Sven is gonna follow. I almost said Louisa, Tim, because it's a pressure that would drip, drip, drip.
Just can't let it go, bro. Whoa.
Jack, my dear, are you coming?
Oh, yes, of course. And I'll take the left side as well.
Randolph will follow, and Will go to the other side, just skirting around quickly. Oh, it does just go around.
Tim will smile and telepathically talk to Sven again, just kind of chuckle to herself, be like, "Wow, it's true what they say. The easy path is the left one, and the hard working is the right.
Because all the nobles went left and the workers went right.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Tim went left. That's why I chose left.
Nope,
With
went
the
right.
All went left.
Ah. Uh. Either way, it all goes to the same place. It doesn't matter.
Certainly, we could stop for some tea. We haven't had breakfast or tea at all yet.
I'd rather get to the resort first.
Oh, but it is so hot.
It is imperative that I make my appointment.
Oh, and that is absolutely understandable. One would not want to keep Lord Von Talon waiting.
No, I do not.
And as all of this conversation is happening, can I have everybody please make a DC 12 strength save?
including the proletariat
The what?
or just the bourgeoisie.
Everyone.
Okay.
So you
You
caught
said
that first.
you said save.
Yes. I need a strength save from everybody.
Damn, these dice are killing me tonight.
That is
Mine
a
are
great
good. I'm
thing.
happy.
Alex.
I'm changing up dice.
All right, let's go bottom to top this time. Sven, what'd you get?
24.
All right. Leon?
13.
Jack?
Well, I rolled a 15, but my strength is -1, so that's a 14.
All right. Tim?
19.
Alice? Or, sorry, Clarice?
2.
2. Will's good.
She's just a bard.
So Clarice and Lady Yasmina and Lord Randolph will suddenly find themselves entangled by roots and vines that have come up out of the ground.
Oh, bother.
The rest of you will feel them grab at you but are able to pull away.
Ugh.
And
Hope
with that,
the nobles are okay.
Leon will pull his scimitar from his cloak and try to hack the vines that are entangling Clarice.
all right, I'm actually going to ask everybody to roll initiative.
You just like that number tonight. Okay, I'm switching dice now.
Hey, sometimes dice just need a timeout. When mine don't behave, they get to sit in the corner and watch the other dice play. All right, grab a pen, make note of initiatives. All right, Clarice?
2 plus 3 for 5.
Tim?
That is, I rolled, disappeared 15.
Jack?
21. Blackjack.
Leon?
18.
And Sven?
A 12.
Will is going to try and duck behind the tree real quick. As all this is happening, Lady Yasmina is screaming.
Oh, hey, I forgot I can do that. Can I take a reaction to make them re-roll the attack on Lady Yasmina?
I'm going to say no because we're
Okay.
already past that and rolled initiatives.
Okay.
All right. So that is going to bring up Jack first.
All right. I reckon I'm going to I'm gonna hex the tree or the vines.
Okay.
Whatever the thing that's attacking us, the roots and things. I'm gonna bonus action hex, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okie doke.
So that will be.
So what ability are you hexing them? When you hex them, they have to do
yes.
certain things with disadvantage.
Strength.
Strength ability checks. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. And your Eldritch Blast.
And Eldritch Blast. I rolled a 15, and my 2 hit with that is +7, so that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits the vine. Or one of them.
And so that will be D10 and D6 is 9 points of damage.
All right, that'll break one of the vines that's holding Lady Yasmina.
I think that's my turn.
Alrighty. That's going to bring up Leon.
All right. Leon, speaking in Thieves' Cant, will curse loud enough that people could hear. Going to attack the vines holding Clarice. Now, because of my character class, if I'm before the target in initiative and they have not taken any actions on their turns, which this does, I get advantage.
Okay.
That is 21.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sneak attack damage. Ooh, that's a lot of 6s.
You said there's 7 initial damage?
I said that's a lot of 6s.
Right.
I was counting the number of dice.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 7
I-
initial damage. I was
No,
doing math,
7
sorry.
dices.
What was the initial damage before the sneak?
Oh, 11.
Oh yeah, that would have done it by itself. It's just a vine. It doesn't have a lot of hit points. All right, that'll break.
Bonus action using my walking stick as an improvised weapon. Since I have dual weapon fighting. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 1 point of damage.
All right, that one is still holding on, but one of Clarice, one of the two holding Clarice is gone.
That is my turn.
All right, that brings up Tim.
Okay, so how many? There's only one more on Clarice, and then there's one more on the lady.
Yep, and Lord Randolph is also restrained.
Oh, looking around, does it seem like that there is going to be more vines that are trying to attack us?
I mean, there's vines everywhere. It's hard to tell.
Okay, well, I'll play like I would. Telepathically, she will reach out to Sven and be like, "Do you trust me?"
You haven't shown me not to yet.
Cool. And then you will feel, since you are a willing creature, you will feel slight movement as she is going to use her psionic power telekinetic movement, and she's going to move Sven out like 30 feet away, like more up the path away from the vines. She's being protective of Sven.
All right then.
Ooh.
And then let's see my bonus action. I don't think I have a bonus. Nope. Here's something weird. I guess I can bonus action telekinetic shove. This is gonna sound weird. If I push somebody that's being tangled by vines, would that help untangle them from vines?
No, they're restrained by the vines.
Okay. Okay, well, for flavor and hilarious, as a bonus action, she's gonna shove Lord Randolph to the ground because she thinks she's helping. She doesn't realize that he's restrained, so it's a DC 15 strength save or move 5 feet away from her. He can willingly fail.
He doesn't have to willingly fail. He rolled a 1.
Perfect.
And he
Yeah,
doesn't have a high
she'll
strength score.
perfect. So yeah, she moves him farther up the path, and then she pushes him flat, trying to help. That's her turn.
All right. Sven, you've just been moved 30 feet up the path, and it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move back so that I'm within 30 feet of the vines, but still up the path. And who's did you say was still restrained?
All 3 of them are still restrained. It's just that one of the vines has been broken off of Clarice, one has been broken off Lady Yasmina. Lord Randolph is still entangled by both vines that grabbed him, and he is now prone.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna disadvantage on him because he's prone. All right. The ones on Clarice, then, are they still writhing on her, or are they completely like she just needs to shake them off at this point?
No, there's still one holding her.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my hand crossbow, and I am going to take a shot at the ones on Clarice and be like, "Hold still."
All right.
Right, because I had an intention of going anywhere right now.
You start saying that, and he like starts to drift up towards you, and then drifts back to the vine. Uh, a 27 to hit the vine.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Do I need to separate my damage types?
No, I don't think you do.
Okay. All right. So 9 points of 9 points of damage. Some of it is fire.
That'll do it. It's just a vine. It doesn't have a lot of HP.
Yep.
Clarice,
And then I
you have-
will, since I'm a crossbow expert, I have an extra whenever. Well, I'm also a high enough fighter that I get to take 2 attacks, and then so my second attack will be disadvantage because he's prone and I'm ranged, but on I want to say Randolph, but I know it's wrong. You've told me
No,
like
that's
4
right.
times. Huh?
That's correct. Randolph is correct.
Oh, Randolph's correct. All right, maybe it was just the accent throwing me off. All right, well, one of them was a natural 20, but it's disadvantage, so a 17. I'm assuming 17 hits the vine.
Yeah, it hits fine.
So the one vine on him, it will take max damage. So that'll be 12,
Yeah, that
16
vine's
points.
done.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
and
vine's
then
done.
crossbow expert, I get a bonus shot for the second vine on him.
Okay.
As long as it's not a 1. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Great. 12 points of damage.
That does it. Randolph still prone, but is freed from the vine.
And you look at his hand crossbow, and you just see a little bit of smoke coming out from the fire arrows.
Very nice.
And that's my turn.
All right. What looked to be a mass of tangled vine at the base of the tree will rise up, looking at all of you, turning its attention to Leon because he's closest and attempting to grapple you. Vines shooting out from it at you. Leon, does a 16 hit?
It doesn't. It does. It just meets.
Just meets?
Yeah.
My good DM, am I within 30 feet of the Leon?
Probably.
I would like to use one of my reactions, and I'm going to expend a psionic energy die to help reduce the damage by 1 d10 plus 3 as I activate my psionic power protective field.
Okay. So let me roll my damage and then roll your reduction, and I'll take that away. So I rolled 12. How much do I need to take off of it?
I rolled a 9 plus 3 is 12.
All right, so you'll take no damage as the vine grabs hold of you. You'll feel it squeeze, but thanks to your new friend Tim, it will cause no damage.
Like me, the heirs of nobility gone. Leon is now pissed.
Fair enough. And that's going to bring up Clarice.
All right. Clarice is going to sigh, kind of roll her eyes, put her leg out a little bit, and draw her dagger from her thigh holster because she's got a slit in her skirt. You know, she's a performer. She's got to be all sexy about it. And
Fair.
she's going to try to finish rescuing the lady so that her husband can get helped up and they can get moved the fuck away from whatever this thing is.
That's fair.
Because they're going to be useless.
Probably.
Let's check the numbers on it anyway.
Does it say, does that dice need a timeout now too?
I'm pretty sure well, actually, I don't know if an 8 would hit.
Meets it beats.
Yay!
It's just a vine. The vines themselves only have an AC of 8.
Three
3 points of damage on it. All right. So that vine is still there, but cut into.
For bonus action, I would like to give Tim bardic inspiration.
All right.
So that is a 1d10. So Tim can add an extra 2 onto any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw before you know what the full outcome is, but you can do it after rolling the die.
I say, do you add that, or does Tim roll the
Yeah.
d10 on his turn, or on her turn? She just
That's
gets the die
DM
to add.
flavor.
She gets the die to add, right?
Yeah, it's 1d10.
Okay, so on.
Yeah, so I get the 1d10.
Yep. So she'll get to roll a 1d10 along with whatever roll. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds great.
And you can do that after you've rolled the initial roll, but before you add everything up.
Hey, how do you give me inspiration? I want to know.
You just
You like wink at
can
me?
roll a d10 for an attack roll or.
No,
No,
Oh,
I mean
you're
like
talking about for
like
flavor.
flavor wise. Yeah, flavor wise. Like what do you do? What do you do that's gonna make Tim feel inspired? I've never heard of you before.
Rah rah ree, kick him in the knee. Rah rah ruts, kick him in the nuts. I don't know.
I was gonna say, are you gonna start humming the surface pressure song?
No, I don't want to potentially get us
Well, you don't have to
DMCA'd.
actually hum it, so we don't get pings, but you could, in character, could.
Say, my bard Star, she blows kisses at people to give them inspiration.
I don't know if Clarice would be Tim's type.
Oh, Star doesn't care. Star's just over the top.
She
There'll be
does a really
Go ahead.
a nice rhyming like cheerleader cheer.
It will just give you a thumbs up.
Rah rah ruts, kick him in the neck.
Alrighty. All right. Lord Randolph on his turn will get up and start to run further down the path. Lady Yasmina will attempt a strength check to see if she can free herself, and she cannot.
Reaction.
All right.
She gets to re-roll that. I'm using thing Chronal Shift as a reaction. After a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can force the creature to re-roll. You make the decision after you see whether or not the roll succeeds or fails.
Fair. And she actually rolled a 20. She must be really scared.
So
pulling
anyone
at the
who's
vine?
paying attention, you see her like pull at the vine and it not give, and Jack just sort of waves his hand at it, and time skips back for a second, and then when she pulls, it works.
All right. Nice. So she will, screaming and flailing, which she's been doing this whole time, by the way, free herself and start running after Randolph. Will come out from behind the tree and also try to run past what's going on, making his way down the path away from all of this. Poor kid is just freaking terrified. All right, that's going to bring us back to the top. Back to Jack.
Jack ignores his now full erection because Yasmin's a screamer and that's what he likes about her. And okay, so they've moved down the path. They're away from the creature. We're all in front of the creature.
Yes. And it has hold of
behind the
Leon.
creature is the tree.
Yes.
And no one is behind the tree. Is that right?
Not anymore because Will ran.
Good.
So the
All right.
creature is
So
in front of the tree is behind him, and the creature has hold of Leon.
right. So I'm a wizard, Harry. So that means I cast Fireball.
Oh shit.
What's
I'm
the
going
radius on Fireball again?
to 20 feet. I'm going, and I've got 50-foot range, so I'm going to put it centered 22 feet behind Leon.
So back
Or
behind the tree?
behind the tree. So it's gonna come 20 feet forward. So it's gonna catch the tree and the monster, but just miss Leon.
Okay. And it wraps around corners and stuff, right? It doesn't like be a
Yeah,
block
yeah.
for the tree.
It is a sphere. Yeah.
Okay.
That encompasses the whole area.
All right.
So that's a DC 17 saving throw, please. Dex save.
And it fails.
And it fails. I'm gonna roll that in D&D Beyond because I don't know that I have enough 8s with me here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, I've only got 4. I can roll them twice. You know what? Rolling's more satisfactory. Four, and that is an attack, so I get hex. Okay, so that is 5 and 6 is 11, and 6 is 17, and 4 is 21. Blackjack. And then we roll again. And that is a 7 and 4 is 11, so that's 32, and 8 is 40, and 7 is 47 points of damage. If you
The
please.
creature lets out a strange sound. It's not quite a growl. It's higher pitched, but it's not quite a scream, which I will not try to replicate over headsets because I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. And it
Appreciate you.
turns to ash, as it is just fine, dropping Leon as it vanishes.
I stroll over, offer a hand down to Leon.
I will take the hand. Is Jack wearing any jewelry?
Does Jack have jewelry? Let's see. Yeah, he's probably got a couple of gaudy rings.
Sleight of hand if you're going to try and slip a ring
He's
off
not
his
going
finger.
to.
Okay.
Dice say no.
All right.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Ah, the true
30.
way to play a rogue.
What does that go against?
Perception.
Perception.
So you have to beat a 30.
Jack is not the most perceptive person in the world. No. I rolled really well. I rolled a 19. My perception is +0. No, I don't notice yet.
Leon, you slip one of Jack's fancy gaudy rings off his finger.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's costume jewelry, by the way, just so you know.
Doesn't matter.
Jack can't afford nice stuff. Or he can't afford some nice stuff, but his nice stuff is all really nice.
All right, we are going to go ahead and take our break here. Take our first break.
Yay.
So we will see you all back here in 10.
Yep. We'll be back.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. So tonight we are playing through a one-shot on the Isle of Flos in my homebrewed world of Opira. The party boarded a ship. Pardon me. The party boarded a ship bound for the Isle of Flos for a vacation, only to find themselves caught by the edge of a storm and shipwrecked after the lookout had fallen asleep and they were way too close to the rocks to correct in the wind. They are now traveling through the jungles, attempting to get to the resort. The map they had showed that one path was shorter but more dangerous, so they've chosen the long way around. They've had to contend with a moss that creates a dust that makes them sleepy, and a creature made of vines. And here we stand at the base of a now slightly charred tree in front of a pile of ash with our party standing about. Jack's companions and their crewman, Will, can't really call him a guide, he's never been to the island before, have run down the path ahead of all of you while you were finishing up with the creature. So what are we going to do?
Tim will look to Sven, telepathically ask if he's okay. And sorry for the very abrupt movement.
No, that's fine. You just moved me a bit too far. I'd like to be within 30 feet, for bang bangs. But I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, she'll give you a thumbs up.
Well, I
Leon will,
guess we should follow them.
I'm
Leon
gonna
will,
go ahead. Sorry.
Leon will wipe off his scimitar, put it back in his cloak, pick up his walking stick, and start walking.
I send chat informs me that they think my monkey bird was named Mr. Snuggles, so I will send his and I've decided his full name is Snuggleton. Mr. Snuggleton is going to fly ahead to catch up with Yasmina and Randolph, and I'll use my mental link to verify that they're still okay, and as we go to catch up with them.
All right. Anybody else doing anything before you leave this spot?
No, at this point, Clarice is going to keep her dagger out because fuck it.
There.
You said the creature turned to ash, right? So there's not really much
Yeah.
left of it to investigate.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, Sven, seeing that it's now just a pile of dirt, has no interest in learning more about it. So continuing on.
Yeah, they're vines. You burn them, they turn to ash. Mhm.
Well, that's sorted. Shall we?
Tim will just nod.
Finding your way down the path. They did get a little ways, but not very far, as Yasmina and Randolph are not exactly athletic.
Says you. Not on a path, maybe.
Fair. Oh, Jack. Oh, I knew you would save us.
Of course, of course. The creature has been roundly dealt with.
She'll look at the rest of you. Isn't he just amazing?
Oh, yes, very.
So great.
We'll just nod.
I wish
Clarice
people who
ain't
were
saying
just
shit.
I wish people who were just listening to this could see the faces everybody made.
I'm a bald man, but I tossed my hair and everyone could tell.
All right. So you've now made it further down the path. There is still a ways to go. We are nearing midday, so the heat is rising. The humidity is almost stifling. The bugs are even wanting to take refuge at this point.
I think we should rest and continue our trek at night.
What about your meeting?
It'll hold.
Oh, are you
One must
certain?
get there alive. Yes?
I would not want anyone to displease Lord Von Talon.
Oh, he's going to be mighty displeased either way.
Oh, because of the dirt on your clothing.
No,
My-
because of the nature of our meeting, dear.
Oh dear. Business meeting then.
Tim's eyes will go wide at that notion, not saying anything. She'll look over at Will, but she's just tired and hot at this point, so she's not going to keep the facade of moving her mouth and everybody hearing her. So she's just going to look to Will, and in his mind, he'll hear her ask, how much farther do we got?"
Oh, he'll take the map out, fumble it around a little bit. Well, I'm not exactly sure. The tree isn't on the map. Um,
She'll put her hand out and just kind of motion for him to give her the map.
He'll hold it out for her.
She'll take the map. Is there a way that she can try and read this map and maybe using like a survival nature check, figure out where she's at and try and figure out how much time she's got?
Absolutely, because there are landmarks on the map. Will is just very focused on the tree.
Can I
Hell
assist with
yeah.
that survival check?
Absolutely.
All right.
And she'll call Sven over and be like, "Oh, look at this fucking map."
I am very proficient at reading maps and navigating mostly urban landscapes, but you know.
Telepathically, you'll probably at this point feel that wiggle connection again, so that we can keep this two-way radio going. She's like, "Yeah, me too. I've walked a lot of this wonderful world. With the advantage from the assist, that is a 23.
Oh yeah. Looking over the map, you're able to get an approximation of where you're at, and you're fairly certain that if you keep pushing, you'll make the resort by nightfall.
She'll look up at Sven and just say, "If we keep going, we can make it by nightfall. I kind of want to make these guys walk."
Leon, what time was your meeting?
I think
We
you're
can't
muted.
hear you.
Terry, you're muted.
Sorry about that. We had an appointment for dinner, so 10 o'clock.
Well, if we continue on, you'll make that appointment. We should be there by nightfall.
All
And
right,
we'll look over.
As unpleasant as walking in the day is, isn't the jungle more dangerous at night, or is that just an urban legend?
Are nocturnal predators.
Well, this is strictly speaking from tales I've been told and books that I have read and various scrolls and other things. Yes, it is more dangerous at night.
And vitamin D is good for you. Does vitamin D exist in your world?
Yeah.
Yes, vitamin D is good for you.
Oh, doesn't yes mean no?
Collectively, Tim will hold the map, stuff it into her shirt, and be like, "Let's go, let's keep moving."
Now, Leon,
Yes,
if you're a
yes,
little
we get
battered
it.
and
You're an
bruised,
item.
Leon, if you're a little battered and bruised, I can give you a quick patch job if that was
Oh,
your main concern.
I've been through worse. It's just
All
so
right.
fucking hot. And then in Thieves' Cant, he'll say, "Oh, I can't wait to kill this bastard."
Lady Yasmina will raise an eyebrow at the cussing, as she believes you to be a noble.
At this point, his facade is falling away.
All right.
Tim will take the lead since she has the map now and kind of has seen where to go.
Yeah, and
All right.
Sven will assist with things. What do I have that I can do to help with hot?
You are at least out of the sun because of the shade of the canopy.
Because it's so hot, Leon will stow his cane in his cloak. He will take off his velvet waistcoat and the silk tunic and put that in his cloak. So he has his cloak, bare upper torso, and his breeches that have been pulled up and secured above his knees.
Clarice is going to pull a folding fan out of this same holster that she pulled her dagger from and just fan herself while they keep moving.
With my bond with Tim, I'm gonna be like, man, am I glad I am not covered head to toe in fur.
You and me both. You and me both.
Oh my, Lord Belton.
Please, just call me Leon.
Oh, of course. We are peers after all. Hey, I rolled stats for them. She's not bright. She's pretty. And she's rich. She ain't bright.
That's just
Do
the
you
way I
know
like
why
it.
do you know why I'm going to meet Lord Von Pone?
Well, I would assume some sort of business or politics. That is what most people meet with him for.
I'm simply going to sing him a lullaby.
Oh, I had no idea you were a bard.
I'm not. And then he'll walk away.
She will stand there looking very confused.
Best not to dwell on it, dear. Shall we then?
Oh, of course, of course.
Tim
Darling.
at the Tim at the front of this, hearing this, will have a very weird look on her face because she's like, "Sing him a lullaby. Hope that's legal." Not paying more attention to it.
Clarice is just keep her mouth shut and walk and fan herself.
Making your way through the hot jungle, it is a hard trek in this humidity as you reach the peak of heat around 2 p.m. or what we would think of as 2 p.m. It is just stifling. Everyone is sweating, everyone is sticky feeling. And as you're rounding the corner of the path, you're starting to see the large flowers that this island is so famous for. Occasional large blossoms of red or pink or blue or yellow, some even in hues of purple. Each basically a very large version of flowers that we would know, giant bluebells, giant hibiscus, that sort of thing, but very large, vibrantly colored. The occasional bees or hummingbirds darting in and out of them. Even sometimes larger animals that are eating the nectar or chewing the petals. If everyone can hear the cat behind me, I'm so sorry. She is not a bright cat and she can't find me, so she's freaking out.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
I'm not in the room where she can
Incredible.
see me. She's freaking out.
Uh,
So sorry.
My question for you is: these bees that are flying in and out of the flowers? You said these flowers are huge.
The
Are
flowers
these
are huge.
bees bee-sized, or are they also proportionate to the
Proportional.
flowers?
They are just bees, just regular old pollinating bees flying in
Woo!
and out for
Whew,
now.
thank you.
yeah, because I was totally imagining Chihuahua-sized bees. Like,
I mean, I have giant wasps on the list if you want. They were supposed to be on the other path, though.
Nope, we're good.
no, we're good. We're good. We're fine.
We leave the bees alone. Tim understands the necessity for bees. The bees are important.
No, really. If you guys want the giant wasps, I have the stats.
No, that's okay.
I think we're all right. We're all right.
Leon
Gotta
will
read
walk
my
up
headset.
next to Clarice and in Thieves' Camp, cock an eyebrow, and say, "Savvy."
She's just gonna look at him confused.
Just a blessing for the trip. Keep walking.
Uh-huh. Fan.
Can I have perception checks from everyone as you continue further down the path?
Don't fuck me, Ustad.
Don't fuck me, Ambassador Dice.
Guys are fucking me hard. That's the
Ustad.
third fucking 3 I've rolled.
Oh, that's hilarious, because that's what I've rolled too.
Wow. Did we all just decide to roll the same d20?
No.
No. Well, I mean, only if you're counting by Monty Python numbers, and then yes.
All right. Clarice?
3 plus 8 is 11?
Tim?
3 plus 4 is a 7.
Jack?
5 plus 0 is 5.
Leon?
3 plus 5 is 8.
And Sven?
18 plus 9 is 27.
Yay, Sven!
One of us notices things. Yay!
It's my job to notice things and find things.
Oh.
I know why I wasn't paying attention. It's because in the walk, me and Sven have been telepathically communicating it, and we've been telling each other like life stuff. Like we've been getting to know each other without anyone else knowing. We've been getting to know each other. That's what it is.
Being friends.
So as you all round a corner in the path, everyone but Sven will find themselves walking into thick, sticky spider web that covers the area.
Fuck. It had to
And
be spiders.
Sven, it's real obvious that there is spider webs here, so he's like, I'm just gonna avoid it. And then turns around and be like, how the fuck did none of y'all see this? It's everywhere!
It's literally everywhere, and all of you, except Sven, are now stuck to it.
Oh, great.
And yes, Clarice, it's in your hair.
Her hair is stuck to her even more. She doesn't care. She just wants a bath.
Well, earlier you did say not in the hair. But unfortunately, it's
Well,
spider web.
my hair, not her hair. It might be the same color, but I mean, come on.
That's fair.
I don't have a blade.
Tim will just telepathically, with a very just kind of frustrated look on her face, telepathically talk to Sven. You got a torch?
I do have a torch. And I can
Cool.
definitely turn it off at everybody, but I was gonna try to cut it off, but I immediately forgotten my blade on the boat.
Light me a torch.
I light a torch.
She will use her telekinesis by some casting mage hand. It's an invisible hand, and will grab a hold the torch and use the torch to burn away, because it's just holding it and moving it around. She'll just burn away the webs from everybody with it.
All right, you're starting to burn webs. That'll take a moment. Does anybody want to attempt to escape the web on their own?
Clarice is going to use the dagger she still had in her hand to cut
Alright.
them.
All right, I need you to make a melee attack with that.
And I will telepathically to Tim be like, where there's giant webs,
Now you're behaving.
there's giant spiders.
Then one of us should definitely be looking out for that.
Yes, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for 8-legged freaks.
Weird movie.
How far down the path do the webs go?
Oh, they go a little ways.
More than 30 feet?
Yeah. They go a ways. Clarice, what did you roll?
17.
Yeah, 17 is above the AC of the web. Go ahead and roll your damage.
4.
All right. So still a little bit of web on you, but you're mostly free. However, all of this burning and cutting and writhing around in the webs is definitely creating vibration and motion. Can I have perception checks from the two of you who were looking for spiders? or whoever was watching for spiders.
Finally.
I'll take that action because I wasn't doing anything else.
18 for Sven.
13.
Leon
A nat 20 plus 5, 25.
and Tim.
Oh, Tim's focusing on trying to use her telekinesis to burn herself out first before she saves anyone else.
That's fair. Sven and Leon, there's movement in the webs above all of you. One set of eyes, another set of eyes, chittering. And sure enough, coming down the web are 2 giant spiders. Can everybody roll initiative?
How giant were we talking?
I like how
big.
your bard's now from Brooklyn.
The big.
Like, how big? Are we talking like Chihuahua big, or are we talking like full on like wolf big, or even bigger?
Yeah, you're probably talking about like a Great Dane. Yeah,
Ooh,
the big.
Mama Duke not looking so good right now.
Tear, is that face because of the conversation we just had, or?
No,
Okay.
I'm having a bad pain night.
I'm sorry. When's your meds due?
I just took them.
Okay. Just making sure you don't miss them. Alrighty. Let's get everybody's initiatives. Clarice.
14.
Tim.
I also got a 14. I have a 17 deck score.
Hold on. There we go. I have a 12 deck score.
All right.
Now I'm apparently Texan. What the fuck?
You've been from everywhere, man.
I'm from everywhere, man. Sorry, I have a 16.
Leon
19.
and Sven.
I had dirty 20.
Okie dokie. Sorry, just making my initiative list really quick. All right. So that is going to bring up Sven first. So Sven, about 20 feet over your heads, you can see 2 giant spiders starting to creep down the webs towards you.
All right. They may be trying to ambush us, but I am a dread ambusher. So I'm going to take my first shot with my hand crossbow. 18 plus 11, 29 to hit.
That will hit.
And then I'll do an extra d8 because of that dread ambusher on this first attack. All right. Do I need to separate out the damage types?
No.
No? Okay. Math. 16 points on the first hit.
Okay.
Second attack. Oof. 16 to hit.
16 will still hit.
All right. Ooh, nice. 14 points of damage on that one.
All right. So you kill one. It comes crashing to the ground with a sickening thud, at which point Lady Yasmina will finally notice it's there and go back to screaming.
Great. Shh, I'm working here. And then with my crossbow expert bonus attack, I will take aim at that next one. 22 to hit.
That hits.
13 points on that one.
Alrighty.
And then I will actually, before we do that, I will make it a distracting hit and use a superiority die on it.
Okay.
For another 7, and the next attack roll against it, other than me, has advantage if it's made before I attack, before my next turn.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Alrighty. That will bring up Leon.
Leon is going to try to get through the webs.
All right. Make a strength save for me.
That is a 3 because I rolled a 1.
I don't think that one's going to do it. Sorry. All right. It is the spider's turn. 2 more spiders appearing in the trees above you, starting to make their way down. As the spider that's directly above you, Sven, is going to attempt to web you. Does 21 hit?
21 will hit Sven.
21 hits Sven. All right. You are now covered in sticky web and are restrained.
All right.
The other 2 are making their way down using their movement. They're not within range yet. So that's going to bring up our NPCs. Yasmina fails her strength save. Randolph fails his strength save. And Will fails his strength save. So they are just writhing around in the webs, causing lots and lots of vibration. And Yasmina is screaming, which is going to bring up Jack.
How high above us are the spiders?
The one directly above Sven is about 20 feet, and there's 2 more further up, so they're probably 35 feet from you.
Okay. So puts it 35, 15 feet above our head. Yeah. It worked so well a minute ago. Fireball.
Okay, where are you placing it?
I'm targeting the one of the ones that's 35 feet up, in the hopes that the 20-foot radius blast will catch the lower ones as well, because they should be within 20 feet of that one. So, yeah. So that's a DC 17 dex save for all of them that are in that radius. You're muted.
The 2 higher up fail their saves. The one that's closer to Sven passes.
All right. So the one that passes, I believe that is half damage from a fireball.
Which, with the damage Sven's already done to it, might already be enough to kill it.
And so now we roll all the dice. 14. 22 and 4 is 26. And 10 is 36, 38, 43 points of damage.
And that will kill all 3 of the spiders and start to burn the webs. Because of where it's placed up in the branches, it's also going to catch some of the trees.
Okay.
I'd also like to note this is the second time one of my parties has used a fireball to kill something and caused a forest fire.
Jack has no care about trees.
But you're in the woods. You're under the trees that are burning. So what all of you will notice as the webs around you start to burn and break away, there's also bits of burning timbers and twigs and leaves and branch starting to fall around each of you. I need dexterity throws from saves from everybody.
Disadvantage because I am restrained.
Big money, no whammy,
Yeah,
stop.
Disadvantage.
It's just about. I was just about to ask: do we all get this at disadvantage because we're all restrained in the webs?
The webs are starting to burn away, so I'll be nice and let you make straight throws.
Oh, okay.
Double raise the roof.
In that case, still raise the roof.
Clarice,
25.
Tim,
With a triple raise the roof, apparently.
15.
Jack,
23.
Leon,
21.
Blackjack.
and Sven.
25.
All right, and my 3 NPCs. So everyone except poor Will is able to avoid the burning bits of debris that are coming down around you. Will does get hit by something, taking a few points of damage. Oh, that's hot.
Aye, lad. Fire tends to be.
Should we do something about that?
Like what?
I don't know. You're the man who's throwing this magic around.
Yeah, I killed all the spiders. You should thank me.
But you caught the island on fire.
Well, it shouldn't have got in the way.
But you were on the island.
Do you have any magic to put out the flames?
No, not really. It's not really my thing.
Tim will telepathically talk to Sven. Man, these rich people, they come through anything. They just throw whatever they want, use whatever spells, zero regard to nature. Can't wait till we get to this castle. I'm gonna report every single one of these motherfuckers.
What did Clarice do? She's
Nothing.
just been mouthy.
Exactly. She did nothing.
She tried to help. It's not my fault her initiative is lower than everyone else's. Wait, is it actually my fault?
It's okay. We both didn't get anything. Also, she'll telekinetically. You'll see the torch that's just like kind of hovering in front of her. It'll however you put a torch out in the fantasy realm, whether that is shaking it or putting it into the ground and then raising
actually,
it, she gives you the torch.
Can I do it with
Yeah, you
that?
can put it out by
Maybe-
dipping it into the sand underneath your feet and kind of wiggling it in.
Cool. So yeah, it'll float in the air, go down into the sand, be out, and then it'll float back over to you, so you can have your torch back.
As if serendipity is smiling upon you, you will hear the distant roll of thunder.
Oh, well, I
Say,
guess that'll
look.
take care of it. Hopefully, at least.
Oh, this lullaby is going to cost double.
And a very confused look from Tim. Telepathically, she's done trying to give the facade of moving her mouth and shit. She'll all telepathically her. Let's keep going. We can make it by the end of tonight. And she'll look to Jack with a stern face. Maybe leave the fire to a minimum this time, there, big guy.
I mean, we'll see. By the way, I'm going to take an action and use Arcane Recovery to get back a couple of spell slots.
The crackling of the burning branches above you growing louder.
We should go.
Yeah, let's move.
Agreed. By the way, if you need a good lullaby, I've got several in my repertoire.
Oh, I've got a good one. He will pull out his scimitar and run his finger across the edge.
I wasn't aware you could play a scimitar. That is quite unusual.
No, darling, I believe that he's insinuating that it's about pirates. She will say, trying to recover the situation because she's now realized.
I once knew a lady who
okay.
could play a scimitar. Boy, could she play a. Sorry. Anyway, where were we? Walking path. Let's go.
Tim's already walked down the path, keeping the group forward.
Extra fanning because now it's hotter with the fire.
Oh, we saved Tim, by the way. Delandra saves Tim before we keep going. Or Will. She saves herself, and she also saves Will.
Knock Will down in the dirt and like kind of roll him to put him out.
Yeah. Psychically, though, she could do that.
Fair. So Will is limping along with all of you as we make our way towards the castle once again. Pushing on down the path. After just a couple of hours, you know you're drawing closer. The rain is moving in. You can hear it. You can get that. There's that smell in the air that you get just before the rain hits. You can still kind of smell the smoke in the distance when the breeze blows right. But yeah, the rain's coming. Sure, it'll be fine. Sure, it'll be totally fine.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
No, never. You finally find yourselves coming into an open space, a clearing. And in this clearing, there is just an enormous number of these gorgeous flowers. It's well known that the island grows these flowers, naturally, that they grow here. And some are even believed to have magical properties. So as you enter the
Perception
clearing,
check.
okay. What are you perception checking, or just the general area?
Doing a general sniffing of the air to see if danger.
What does danger smell like?
I'm sure Leon would know.
Fair. Does it smell like forest fire?
That's certainly what
No,
one of the
no,
dangers smells like.
that doesn't smell like danger. That smells like victory.
Does it smell like Dracar Noir?
That
Smells like
that's a
Axe
special,
body spray.
that's a
Ugh,
special kind of
ugh,
danger.
oof.
Axe body spray and BO. That's what it smells like.
It's the
That is,
danger of date
So
rape.
it smells like high school boy.
yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
22.
So you can actually go ahead and open your owl bears, because I figured this spot would be harder to describe and easier to kind of show. Please forgive the low quality map. This is not one of the special maps that Tyr and Kwai make. This is a run through a map together at the last minute.
It's pretty.
Vacation's all I ever wanted.
So the large green dots are trees, because that is, again, you're in a jungle. And the smaller colored dots are the flowers that are visible out from under the canopy, filling the clearing. So Leon, as you're entering and you're checking your perception, you can smell that distant rain. You can smell the sweet smell of the flowers. It's a mix of scents. One of them might have even like a little bit of a spicy note to it, kind of like carnation does. And you all can go ahead and add yourselves
Are we coming
to.
from the bottom or the top?
Yep, you can add yourselves to the lower portion of the open area of the clearing. Down here. It is a large clearing, And Tim, looking at the map, you can tell that from here, it is not far at all to the castle.
It's. Would you say that it's basically across from this field?
You're going to cross this clearing, and then it's a very short walk down a path, and you should be reaching the castle.
Oh, I'll be over here by Sven then. She'll broadcast out to everyone, hey, we need to make it through this clearing, and then we're just a hop, skip, and jump. But, and you'll see her inhale deeply, and she'll kind of ready her glaive, tighten the breastplate that she's got on. I think we're gonna have to fight some shit.
Let me scout ahead. I would like to attempt a stealth check to go into the foliage to sneak up and see if anything is around.
Okay. Y'all are so suspicious.
Can't imagine why.
Look who we normally play with. He did this to us.
This is true.
Wasn't
And he
like this
trained
before.
you.
That is a 28 stealth.
Leon practically vanishes into the tree line. Are you going to the left or the right, Leon?
To the right.
To the right. So you'll all see him step to the right off the path and just disappear into the brush.
That's a neat trick.
Leon, scouting along, your movement is what, 30? Skirt around the edge there to the right for 30 feet. Stop, look around. From here, what you can see is, of course, there's a ton of foliage. There's a lot of these flowers, especially there at the edges where they get more sunlight in the clearing. The sweet smell of the flowers, the damp earthen smell as the rain is slowly beginning to start. You don't see anything like animal or creature like.
I would like to look for a rock.
Okay.
Perception
Yeah, go
or
ahead and roll a perception.
investigation?
Go, it's a forest. If you're looking specifically for a rock, I guess it's an investigation.
What's my investigation bonus? 19.
Yeah, you can find a hand-sized rock, something easy to throw if that's what you're looking for.
Yep. She's gonna throw it into the clearing.
Okay. Dun dun dun. Rock hits the grass, bounces a couple of times and stops.
Nothing happens besides that?
Nothing happens besides that.
I want to say that we're all being quite paranoid, but at the same time, you can't blame us.
Then we'll kind of look around to the people that she can see, and she'll say, huddle telepathically. She'll say, just huddle closer to me. I've been working long enough that I got about 10 feet out. If anything tries to get to me, I can kind of see it. We'll take it nice and slow, since I'll give him a couple more seconds to get ahead of us, and then I'm going to take us straight through this clearing. And so then she'll position herself so that she is kind of in the middle-ish and prepared to walk forward. She has blind, what is it? Blind sight with a 10 feet.
Okay.
So she'll give Leon a couple more seconds to move forward. If she doesn't hear anything, like actually hear anything because he's out of range and she can't see him, then she'll start making her way through the clearing.
Okay. Sven and Jack, are you doing anything before I let Leo move again?
Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna follow with him.
All right. Jack?
no, I'm gonna wait. Keep an eye out, but wait. I'll have Mr. Snuggles circling, watching for anything.
Alrighty. So, Leon, you'll go ahead and be able to move another 30 feet. I'm guessing you're skirting around the tree line still. Keeping yourself hidden.
Yes, yes, I am.
All right. There's
I'm sorry,
still.
my brain is butternut squash pudding. So
It's okay. It really is. It's all right. There are no creatures you can see. No animals of any sort. More trees,
uh,
more flowers.
at that point, he will step out into the clearing. Well, that was a bloody waste of time.
Then we'll shrug and start not getting to like the same plane as Leon, just like walking forward, not trying to walk towards Leon, but walk to the other end.
All right.
We can pick him up as we're walking.
Following.
Yep.
Jack's gonna step up next to Clarice as they're walking. So bards are supposed to, know things about things. They say some of these flowers are magical. You know what kind of magic they are?
Would I?
Roll a history. Let's see.
My history is that's an 18.
With an 18, I'd say that Clarice would know that some supposedly have magical healing properties, while others supposedly increase things like vitality and strength. But she might not be sure which ones.
She'll convey that
Hmm.
and very clearly specify that she does not know which flowers do what.
Would my arcane knowledge give me any insight into which ones might do which?
You can roll a check and see.
Don't fuck me, Ustad.
But I'm going to say the DC is going to be kind of high since you implied that Jack wasn't sure about the flowers themselves.
All right, well, I rolled a 10, but I think I'm going to use a lucky.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bit better. That's a 15 plus 9 is 24.
Um, it might be hard for Jack to tell, honestly, since he's not familiar with the flowers of the island. But he might feel fairly certain that he could experiment on them a little bit and figure out what's what.
Okay. I'll just pocket that information away for later. Noting where these are in relation to the castle so he can make it back here.
And since Yasmina's been left unattended, sort of, she's wandered off to the side. I'm just going to grab a random token here. Nobody used a star. And she is over here now sniffing flowers, checking them out.
Or maybe she'll accidentally find out for me.
So what are we all going to do?
Yasmina,
Tim's
dear,
walking.
Yeah.
come along. We need to get to the castle. We'll come back and look at the garden later.
Oh, but these are quite exquisite.
Oh, yes, yes, and I intend to spend a bit of time looking at them very closely. But why don't we get settled? Perhaps a bath, a wash your back.
Oh, it does sound lovely.
Maybe your front too.
She'll giggle. All right. So are we starting across the clearing?
Yep.
All right. Everybody go ahead and advance your tokens, whatever your movement is.
Measury tool.
There's our other two NPCs joining the board. Because Yasmina is nosy. All right. We make it about halfway. Everything seems totally fine. The rain has started. The chirping of birds has quieted because of the rain. Maybe it's raining hard enough to help with the fire y'all started. Well, Jack started.
I saved us all.
They had different spreads and it burns down the resort. Then what, Jack? Out
Hey,
of
look,
character.
Trees are evil. I've seen what kind of things live in trees. No one wants that.
Was that in character?
Not if her original statement wasn't. But if anyone mentions it, yes, that will be in character.
Oh, it's definitely this topic of conversation that Sven and I are having. Like, we're
But I
completely
can't hear
talking
that.
about how. No. We're kind of. I feel like maybe Sven and I have turned into maybe a little gossipy at this point. Like, we've been
Maybe a
walking
little
long
bit,
enough. We've built the repertoire up. We can now just look at each other and just be like, rich people.
Fair enough. All right. Advancing further across the clearing. Everybody can go ahead and move your tokens.
Wait,
I'll
where
move
was
the
that again?
NPCs.
Okay.
Leon's going to the other side to investigate.
All right. Leon's going across to the other side of the trees. Off to the left-hand side of the clearing. Go ahead and make your investigation or perception. If you're just giving a general look, perception. If you're looking for anything specific, investigation.
Routine investigation. He doesn't trust it. Something's wrong.
All right. And there's no animals, there's no creatures, just the gentle sound of the rain and the party talking and moving across the grasses. I love seeing all of you thinking. Like I can hear your
Then
wheels turning.
keeps on moving
Yeah.
All right. Go
out
ahead
of
and
the
make your
clearing.
movement. Sven, actually, as you pass close to those large yellow flowers at the entryway, I actually need. Hang on, where's my paper? There we go. Oh no, I need to roll that, not you.
You walk too fast, buddy. I was just about to ask questions about these two giant yellow flowers that we're about to cross, and then I'm like, shit, not fast enough.
Sven, as you pass in front of one of those large yellow flowers, it's going to suddenly drop down and bite you, having you grappled in its petals now.
I guess it got higher than a 20.
Yeah, it got a 27. It rolled a natural 20.
Nice. Good job, Flower.
So you're going to have what's 12? It'll be with the plus. My brain doesn't want to work. It'd be 14 points of piercing damage from the bite. You are now in basically what's its mouth, up in between its petals. And can I have everybody roll initiative?
You're back on this bullshit.
Are you talking to me or your dice?
My dice. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I never got off this bullshit. What are you talking about?
I don't think I've ever played with carnivorous flowers with red. I don't think there's ever been a an adventure with that. Now there has, obviously, but
No, my dice
Oh,
are back on their bullshit.
that's fair.
They were behaving.
All right, can I have everybody's initiatives, please? Clarice,
6.
Tim,
23.
Jack,
18.
Leon.
18,
What's your dex?
20.
Jack, what's your dex?
Not that.
Okay, so Leon.
Very, very not that.
And Sven.
21.
All right. So that is going to bring up Tim first.
She will take one of the she'll take her hammer and smack one of the nails off of her belt to try and smack it into this creature like as a ranged attack. The nails are darts.
Okay.
So there's that. Is that 18?
18 does hit.
Perfect. I am also going to spend a psionic die as she's gonna help that wonderful thing go a little bit harder into this creature. Give me 1 second here, make sure that I got that. Immediately hit with an attack and deal damage with it. So it does initially it'll be 5 piercing damage, and then it does an additional. Sorry, hang on here. Oh yeah, an additional 13 force damage. She's smacks the shit out of it, and her psychic powers oomphs into it.
All right, so what's that altogether?
18 damage altogether.
Thank you.
And then since I've dealt damage with it, can I force it to make a strength saving throw DC 15?
Okay.
If it fails, my idea is I'm gonna knock it prone. Would that knock, if it's like a plant and it's standing upright and I knock it prone, would that knock Sven out of its grasp?
Trying to figure out if you can knock a flower prone since it's rooted to the ground. Also, it rolled exactly 15.
That's fair. If it meets, it beats, so it wouldn't do anything.
Yep. Now I'm over here pondering, would that knock Sven out of its mouth?
I definitely like. For flavor of my brain, I could definitely see like the force of this nail ripping like a petal off of it. But
Yeah,
that's all. That's all you. That's all you.
All right. That is going to bring up Sven. Sven, you're restrained, but that doesn't mean you can't try to attack it, though it would be made with disadvantage.
I was
Or-
actually going to try to escape. It is just a plant after all.
Yep, I was gonna say, or you can make a strength save to attempt to escape.
A strength save, or would it be acrobatics or athletics to escape a grapple?
Athletics.
Great. Does a 17 plus 4, 21.
21 will do it. You're able to break free, rip yourself away, essentially,
Great.
or
And
out of
then
the
I
mouth of this
continue
thing.
out of the way. It
Fair.
is just a plant.
It is just a plant.
Hey,
It's just a hungry
guys,
little
these things are
plant.
going to try to snap you up, so watch out.
It's just a hungry little plant. Well, it's cute. All right, that's gonna bring up Leon.
Alrighty. Leon is going to move to the one to his right, and with his scimitar, take a swipe.
All right.
That is a oh so dirty 20.
20 hits.
Oh, wait a minute. I go before it in initiative. I get to
Mhm.
roll with advantage. It's still the first roll is the highest, but I do get to add my sneak attack.
Okay.
All 20 points of damage.
You said 20.
Yes.
Lovely. All right. Is that your turn, good sir?
Bonus action, walking stick.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'd put my walking stick up. Object interaction, dagger off the belt coming down low. That is cocked. That is a 19 to hit
That hits.
and 4 points of damage.
All right. It's making sounds you didn't know flowers made, but it is still very much upright. Has a couple of holes in its petals. Can't imagine how that happened.
That is my turn.
All right. Okay, that brings up Jack.
Yeah. I want to do something. I gotta check something real quick. Pardon me a moment. No, come on. Give me the cursor. Just need to see a stat block. Quick. No, I don't think I want to do that. All right. Tempting as it is, really doesn't give any size limitation, does it? All right, that could be funny later. I'm going to hex it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Uh,
Which ability are you giving it disadvantage on?
I'll give it disadvantage on. It's just on checks, right? It's not on saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do strength again because it's trying to hold people in its mouth, and well, it's not very good at that already. We'll make it worse. And then we will Eldritch Blast. So that is a 13 plus 7, dirty 20.
That hits.
And that is a D10 and a 4 and 9. So 9 points of force and 4 points of necrotic.
Okay. 9 points of force, 9 points of necrotic, so 18 together?
Oh, no, it's 4 points of necrotic, so
Oh, you said
13 together.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that your turn, Jack?
That is my turn.
Alrighty, that's gonna bring up Miss Clarice.
Yay! Gotta do something! Clarice is going to. Ooh, that's the measurement tool, not the hand tool. Clarice is gonna take a little step to the side. That way, it's not shooting Tim in the back. She's gonna fire at the The left bloom with her light crossbow.
Alrighty.
Okay, that is a 14 plus 5 would be 19.
19 will hit.
Yay! For 3 damage. I miss playing a rogue.
Bolt
I miss
basically like
rolling on my
blows through
d6.
one of the. All right, that brings up our NPCs who are going to use their movement. All right, and that's their turn. She's going to bring up the plants, who are going to. The one there in front of you, Leon, is going to turn its head and take a snap at you and miss because a 10 is not going to hit you. The other one doesn't currently have. Oh, it does have somebody within 5 feet. Who's the hat?
That's me.
So that one's going to take a snap at Jack. Jack does a 15 hit.
My armor class is 13, so I'm going to use my reaction to cast Shield,
Okay.
which will increase my armor class to 18.
All right. That'll keep it from getting you. And that will end. Yeah, my chair is squeaky. Sorry if you're hearing the creaking. That will end the flower's turn and bring us back to the top of the order with good old Tim.
Tim's just gonna shake her head, and she's going to look. She's going to look to the NPCs, this lord and ladies, and she's gonna move over to them so that she can act as kind of a shield and try to get them to be like. She's just gonna tell them, run to where Sven is. Run to Sven, and then she'll move to block there. It'll be to just like 6 feet away from the plant, and then right next to Jack Platinum. And then she takes the ready action to, like, if the plant tries to swipe at her or something, she can jab it with her glaive.
Okay. So the plant's attack will trigger your action.
Yeah.
Right? Correct. All right. That's going to bring up Sven.
All right. In that case, since we're still trying to get out of here, I will go ahead and pop a couple shots at the one that is Leon. Are you grappled by that one, or are you just next to it? All right, just muted, but I could read your lips that says no, just next to it.
Yeah, no, just next to it.
All right, in that case, I'm gonna try to clear the path for Tim and the lords and ladies, and pop off a couple of shots at Lefty. 21 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, 4, 5, 9 points of damage. If it's still up, 28 to hit.
That hits it. Because, yeah, they're both still up.
Yep. Mathing. 8 plus what, 4? Yeah. Oh, did I need to separate the types out or no?
No.
Okay. 12 points, and then my bonus action. 26 to hit. For another 12.
All right. Let me do some quick maths. Actually,
Still
let me
up?
just grab my calculator. It'll be faster than me trying to do it. Okay. Is that your turn, Sven?
Let's action surge, and I'm gonna put a
Alright.
superiority on this one.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Oh
Very
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
All right.
oh.
So before I do the dice again, 5, 4, so 10, 14, 18, 23, 7, 31. 31.
Points of damage?
31 points.
Alright.
Still up?
Still up.
All right, that second shot. So it was a. Let me go to mark that I used my superiority. So the next shot, that next attack against that one that's not me, has advantage. Not holding anything, so I can't disarm it. But I can try to maneuver, so I will do another superiority. I'll do this one. I'll do a maneuvering attack. 21 to hit. 5,
I will hit.
11, 13 points on this one. And if Clarice would like, she can move up to half of her movement
Oh,
as a reaction without provoking opportunity attacks.
like right now?
Yeah. So you can get closer. That way you're not lagging behind.
She's actually gonna move up right behind Tim.
That is my turn.
Alrighty.
All
That was
right.
Sven, so that's going to bring up Leon.
Action surge.
Same verse, same as the first. Is Jack within 5 feet of this one?
The one that you're fighting?
Yes.
I'm going to say he's just out of the 5 feet from that one.
Okay, so this will not be with sneak attack damage.
You're muted again, Ren.
He's engaged with the one on the left and just a little more than 5 feet from the one on the right.
That is 11.
To hit?
Yes.
That will not hit. It misses.
All right. Bonus action with the dagger.
Okay.
17.
That does hit.
1 point of damage.
Okie doke.
Ooh.
That's the thing that sucks about dual wielder. You don't get to add your proficiency to the damage on the second attack.
I thought
But
you
if
did
you
with dual
if you
wielder.
did have sneak attack, you would be able to put that if it hadn't been used in the first one.
Right. No, with dual wielder, you don't add your proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was just for 2-weapon fighting. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
you did
2-weapon fighting. If you take the feat dual wielder, you do get to add it.
Yeah, because that's how you had me doing it with Eliana.
Yeah.
The feat gives you makes it a regular attack.
That's not what I was reading earlier, but
Yeah, 2-weapon fighting is the one that doesn't.
Yeah, which isn't the same as dual wielder because dual wielder is a feat. So if you've got dual wielder as a feat, I'm gonna say go ahead and add it.
6 then.
All right, 6 more points of damage. Is that your turn, Leon?
Yep.
All right, it's gonna bring up Jack.
Okay. Has anybody else been attacking the one on the left?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the only one I attacked, so all that damage was lefty. So that was clearing the path for our NPCs.
Okay. I'm gonna call out and say, Yasmin, Randolph, run past the one on the left. No one touch it. And I'm going to activate Momentary Stasis.
Okay.
As an action, you can magically force a large or smaller creature that you can see within 60 feet to make a Constitution saving throw DC 17. Unless the saving throw is a success, the creature is encased in a field of magical energy until the end of your next turn, or until the creature takes any damage. While encased in this way, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
What kind of save was it?
Constitution. DC
Yeah,
17.
13 does not beat that. So, all
Okay, so it is magically stasis.
right. So it is frozen in place for the moment.
Yes, it's time locked. It can't move.
Nice. All right. Is that your turn, good sir?
That is my turn.
All right. That is going to bring up Clarice.
All right. Since we're not attacking the one on the left and Tim walked into my line of fire anyway, we're going for the one in front of Leon. Go crossbow. Go gadget crossbow. Woo!
Yeah.
Nat 20!
I gotta
get
steal
it.
your shtick, Alice.
Huh?
I gotta steal your shtick.
Well, I stole it from a TV show. Right.
Right, roll
So
that damage.
I assume an 8 as is, and then I roll another one,
Yeah, just like Tyr does it.
and then add the little bonus thingy.
Mhm.
14.
Total?
Yes.
Lovely.
Helping.
That is helping. It's making weird sounds that plants shouldn't make. And that brings up our NPCs, who will do as instructed and run past the flower without touching it. Except poor little Will, who's on the wrong side. Is going to attempt to run past that one. And that's going to bring up our carnivorous flowers. The one on the left is frozen in place for the moment. The other one is going to attempt again to bite at you, Leon. And miss because 11. Meh. That happens. All right. That's going to bring us back around to Tim.
Forgetting that I can attack 3 times in a turn. But they are just flowers, and they're literally not going to do anything. Tim's gonna look at Clarice and telepathically be like, "Do you trust me?"
Yes.
Perfect. And then, spending a psionic die so I can do it again, is going to move you 30 feet in front of her, like around her and in front. So you go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Just basically gets you past the flower.
Swoosh. Whooshy whoosh.
Yep. You'll just feel this force, like kind of slightly pick you just up enough that you could scooch across the grass and go past her and the flower.
Meep meep.
And I think I get movement too, right?
Yeah.
She'll move past the flower. She'll move past the flower too.
All right. So everyone but Jack and Leon are now past the flowers. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Alrighty then. That's Tim. So Sven.
All right. So seeing that the one has been stasified, patent pending, he will turn his aim onto the one that is with Leon. A 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
All right. 9 points of damage.
All right.
16 again. This time for 12 points. And then bonus action shot. 15 to hit.
You said 12 was the damage on the second one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then 15 to hit on that last one.
15 meets its AC, so that hits.
All right. Then that one will be 12 as well. And then that'll be my turn. Actually, I will make that a distracting so that Leon will have advantage. So add another 3 to that.
Okay.
Now Leon can do his thing.
Excellent.
I can hit because I'm rolling like shit tonight.
That's okay. I am too.
Would you
I
say
have
that
2
Leon is a
for-
professional?
He is a professional.
Then wait, shouldn't you have don't you have pet plants? Isn't that your like thing? Like
Am I
Well,
the only one who's not seen this movie? I've
Yes.
had it explained
yes,
to me
apparently
now.
you
but-
are.
No, you're not. I don't know what's going on.
Leon the Professional?
Great movie, kind
Great
of an
movie.
art film. It's who is
Jean
it? Who plays?
Reno, Gary Oldman, one of the first roles for Natalie Portman.
That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, very young Natalie Portman, like kid Natalie Portman. Very good
Yeah.
movie, worth it.
On Netflix. Check it out.
I feel like a failure as a parent.
You should.
All right.
All right, Leon. And was that rolled with advantage?
Yeah, so that'll be 13.
13 doesn't hit.
With the dagger. That's not going to hit.
Oh no. All right. Is that your turn, Leon? You gonna use your movement or?
I am a player, not a DM tonight. Yeah, Leon is going to attempt to go past to here.
All right. Because you were engaged with it, the flower does get an attack of opportunity as you run.
That's fine.
Or being a rogue, do you have bonus action disengage?
I use my bonus action
You
to
used
take
your
my
bonus
shot with my
action
dagger.
already. That's right. Just 14 hit?
No, it does not.
Then it misses anyway. All right. Has everybody but Jack going past. All right. That was Leon. And that brings up Jack.
All right. So it is still in stasis until the end of my next turn, which is this one. So I am going to take my movement first, and I'm going to move so I'm about 15 feet past the flower, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to turn back, and just out of pure spite for the damn thing, I'm going to cast Lightning Lure. I reach up to the sky where the storm clouds are, and I say, whip it good, and I bring down an electric lash at the thing. I need a DC 17 strength saving throw.
Whew.
What?
It failed it.
All right. So that is that's good. 14, 16 points of lightning damage.
And which one was that on?
on lefty.
On the one on the left, 16 points. All right. And as your turn ends, it comes out of the stasis, making those terrible screamy sounds that plants shouldn't make. But all of you are past the flowers.
As we get past the flowers, telepathically, Tim will tell Sven, remind me not to come back this way when we're our vacation week.
I'm hoping to leave through the harbor that we were supposed to arrive in.
That's fair. But like when we're on vacation, like just don't come this area. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're muted, Tyr.
Leon will mutter to himself, maybe the others will hear him, maybe they won't, but he'll be like, it'll take more than a flower to kill Leon Bell.
I'm not going to lie. Part of me expected you all to just try to run past them.
I was going to, and then people started fighting it, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll just shoot at it.
Well, I figured the first one or two of you was going to get a snap from the flower because you were trying to run past them or walk past them. If you guys ran past, they probably couldn't get you. But yeah, I wasn't expecting everybody to stop on the other side and fight it. I kind of thought y'all would try to just go past. But that's okay. It was fun. That was fun,
Honestly,
y'all.
looking at the map, Clarice was about to be like, there's a split in the trees right there. I'm just gonna. She almost did that. Almost.
That's fair. How you doing, Tyr? You need a break?
Yeah, I need a break.
All right, let's go ahead and take
We
our
got
second
an
break.
hour left, so.
Yep, let's go ahead and take our second break, and we'll see y'all back here in just a bit.
All right, cool.
And welcome back. So far, our party has arrived on the island, fought their way past some dusty moss that made them sleepy, a vine creature that tried to grapple and crush them. Jack accidentally started a forest fire while fighting off the giant spiders. Him making finger quotes makes me think he started the fire on purpose. And made their way across a gorgeous clearing full of large, beautiful flowers, two of which tried to eat them. And now they find themselves on the path just past the flowers. It will be no more than another 30, 40 feet, and you will find yourselves stepping out from the tree line and standing in front of an absolutely gorgeous castle as the sun is starting to get low in the sky and dusk sets in.
See, Leon? Told you. Nightfall.
Oh, look at that, loves. We've made it. And not too much the worse for wear.
Tim will look to Sven telepathically. Do you think they'll comp us for the first day since we had to work through the jungle? That they'll give us an extra day off.
Have you known anybody who has to give?
She'll shrug.
Leon is going to give Tim and Sven 50 gold each.
Thank you.
Oh.
Your
She'll
quick
be
thinking helped keep us safe, and you never saw me.
Saw who?
Sven will just shrug, give you a thumbs up.
Once we get to the castle, I'll have a good surprise for the both of you. And she'll sort of smile, but it's weirdly wicked, but it's not intended to be wicked.
It's another concerned facial expression from Tim.
Jack, you'll feel a little bit of a tug on the back of your tunic.
Hmm?
Excuse me, sir. Will is
Aye.
standing behind you. In the little spider attack back there, I sort of dropped the bag you had me carrying.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry to have to inform you of this. There's not going to be any tip in this for you.
Oh, I don't work for Tips Hut, sir. I work for the ship.
Don't argue with me, Will. There's no tip.
But you don't usually tip.
Will, I
For
said don't
mint.
argue with me. Will.
As soon as Tim hears that Will lost that bag, she falls on the ground and is rolling on the ground laughing at this
I go
whole
over
thing.
I go over to Yasmina and I'm like, darling, sweetheart, now I have some bad news and some good news.
All right.
The bad news is in all the fighting with the spiders, your bag kinda got lost.
Oh dear.
The good news is that means we get to buy you all new island wardrobe.
Oh, I do love shopping.
Right. You know, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hair put in those braids with the little shells.
Oh, darling, that would look absolutely adorable.
I would look fantastic, right?
Clarice
Tim
is just gonna roll her eyes and shake her head.
will get off the ground, dust herself off, and wipe a tear from her eye because that is the funniest thing she has fucking heard all day. We'll look to Sven, just kind of shrug, rich telepathically, rich people,
Oh yeah.
and then keep heading towards the castle.
All right. Having arrived at the castle, each of you had your own itineraries, so to speak. So we're going to go bottom to top this time. Sven, I believe you are looking for someone.
Yes. Sven, by trade, is a bounty hunter, and so he is looking for a particular bounty that would be frequenting the island, but might also enjoy the island while he's there himself. You know, a little workcation.
All right. Is he going to start looking for him tonight, or?
No, at this point, it's been a rough day, so he will enjoy the evening and start casually looking in the morning.
Fair enough. Leon, you are here for a dinner appointment, I believe.
Yes. Leon will freshen up, reattire, open the top of the cane and pull the stopper out of the vial with the powder in it, and
All
close the
right.
cane back up, and head for his appointment.
All righty. Jack.
Jack is gonna get his hair braided with little puka shells in it and have a Mai Tai and sit and relax on the beach because he came here to bloody well relax. Doctor's fucking orders.
Fair enough. Tim.
Uh, Tim is going to be a little saddened that she misunderstood Sven being on there for a workcation. She thought that they were going to get to work together for a week and then get to spend another week. However, she'll check in, and if they tell her to go to work, she'll ask, she'll get back up to the bit of doing the mouthing and the telepathic speech again. And she'll ask to at least get a shower beforehand because she's been in the jungle, and then go straight to work, hoping that she'll see Sven at some point.
I was gonna say, as Sven is kind of seeing her go to the work counter, will offer part of his room to Tim so that she doesn't have to actually work and she can actually enjoy a vacation.
No. Clarice is going to grab Tim, bring her over to the check-in counter that she's using, and she's gonna go Karen on the attendant on the other side of it if they do not allow her to pay for Tim to have their week vacation right the fuck now and stay in the castle.
The attendant will look slightly startled, but she knows better than to argue with a noble, especially one with cash in hand.
Her
And
daddy's cash, but it's still cash.
hey, it all spends, right?
It all Sven's.
She will fumble around for a moment, producing a key for Tim. Excuse me, miss, this is for your suite?
Tim will furrow her brow and slide the key over across the counter and pick it up. She'll look over at Clarice, and she'll she'll telepathically thank you, and she'll just the look on the outside will be of confusion and thanks, but you'll hear her without her moving her mouth or whatever. She's like, thanks, that's really kind and stuff, and maybe I don't know, I got some money. If you want, I could pay you for. So, well, I don't know how bards work. I don't know. I work with my hands, so I don't know. Do I pay you money and you give me a piece of paper that you have songs on that I can listen to later, or how does this?
Oh, you don't have to pay me for any of that, darling. Just if you want to hear me perform, I'm going to be staying down in a bungalow at the very edge of the beach all by myself. I prefer the solitude.
Well, ooh. She says, the confused look on her face, but this is all telepathic. So she's like, cool, thanks, though. I'm cool. She'll just walk off, and she'll kind of try to go find Sven or whatever in the interminglings. But at this point, she's now going to go take her new room key and go take a fancy bath and be fancy.
Awesome.
Clarice may be rich, but she's not that big of an asshole.
Leon. Knocking at the door for the room that Lord Von Talon to be staying in. Did you schedule an appointment with him ahead of time?
Yes.
His manservant would answer the door.
Go to hand the manservant the cane, hit the button, and while holding my breath, shove the shit up so that it makes a big poof.
All right. I will roll con saves for the two of them. Fucking hell, they rolled a 1 and a 2. They're out.
Leon will then kill them both and leave the ring that he picked up off Jack in the room and go find his suite.
Just another reason for Nicholas Blantyne to track you down.
Too bad I have an airtight alibi for the crime. I was with a lord and lady all night.
It's not so much as to blame Jack; it's just to throw suspicion away from him. So
Fair enough. Sven, about halfway into your vacation, you will find the pirate who you seek and be able to capture him.
Wonderful.
And that was our island vacation adventure for the evening.
Yay!
yay!
We did it!
We
And
did it.
we had a bounty hunter in the group who wasn't after Jack. That's so rare.
I let him pick his
Yet.
mark too.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for running.
Yeah, it was
Hey.
great.
I
I'm
just
glad.
want to remind our audience of two things right quick. I'm taking the boss hat and
That's totally fine.
putting on the boss hat. One, next weekend is not going to be a stream because it's Easter weekend and we're taking Easter weekend off. Two, if you subscribed using Amazon Prime, you have to resubscribe every month. It doesn't automatically renew. And your subscriptions help make it so that we can actually continue to keep doing this.
Make Jeff Bezos pay us money. Use your
Yes.
Prime. Subscribe to us.
All right, taking the boss hat off, back to you.
I just want to thank all of you for joining us this evening or listening to this on podcast. And we really hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We have so much fun doing this, and we love that you come and you support us, and it means so much to us. It really does. Let's go down bottom to top and let everybody know who we are and where they can find us.
Hey, I'm John. I was Sven Windriver, the bounty hunter who wasn't hunting Jack.
Yay.
You can find me all over the internet at that_film_guy.
I'm Tyr. I was playing Leon Bell, one of the world's most famous assassins,
Who?
in the guise of Leon Belton. And you can find me at Twitter at Tyr, that's TYR_the_DM.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and tonight I played Jack Platinum. And the air quotes, by the way, on accidentally setting the forest fire it's not accidental if you don't care. Because he doesn't care. I know what lives in trees. They're bad. So and you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter pages at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Hello, everyone, and the internet. It's me, Patrick, the voice or the telepathic connection of Delandra, Tim Qualteca. Also, she would use her bardic inspiration at the very end of her vacation to ask if
It
Sven
only lasts
wanted
for
to.
10 minutes.
Damn it! I was gonna say she uses it to ask out Sven just like as a casual friend thing. But anyway,
I mean, she could give it to Tim
You don't need
again.
the bardic inspiration. Sven would love to hang out with Tim.
perfect. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alice, and tonight I was the voice of Clarice, the famous bard of lore who travels far and wide, spending her parents' cash because she hates her family. And you can find me on Twitter at Captain Cupcake.
And I'm Ren Matley. I was your DM tonight. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley. Remember, everyone, there's a lot of darkness in this world. Be somebody's light. We love you.